Hi everybody, welcome back to another interesting tutorial on how to make this beautiful blouse here. Let me just call it overboss princess that corset. Yeah, the name is just given, okay? The name is given. So guys, we are going to be learning how to draft and also how to cut this. If you know that you're interested in learning this, just keep watching and don't forget to share this video so that every other person will learn how to make this. Keep on watching, okay? So guys, I have my pattern paper here and I've gone ahead to fold my pattern paper into two. As you can see here, I folded it up and I'll start by taking my vertical measurement, placing my tape starting from the starting line upper part. I'm just going to go ahead and mark my shoulder to bust, my shoulder to the under bust, my shoulder to the waist. The waist I'm talking about is the half length. Okay, then beneath the waist I'm just going to get the length that I wanted for this blouse. I have my as 5 inches, but I'm just going to go ahead and add extra one, making 6. But the paper I'm working with is very short. I'm just going to go ahead, after ruling these horizontal lines, I'm just going to go ahead and add up another paper on the down part for me to get extra 6 inches beneath my half length. Now I've gone ahead to do that. You can see I'm just marking out my 6 inches from the half length. From the half length I just mark down 6 inches. So after getting your half length, mark down 6 inches. If your half length is 17, you mark down 5 inches, or if you like, you mark down 6 inches. If your half length is 16 like mine, I just marked down 6 inches. Okay, now we can see that I've labeled bust, under bust, waist and the blouse length. Now I'm just going to get my shoulder divided by 2. I'll mark then my neck width of 3 inches and the depth of 3.5 inches. This neck that I'm just marking, we are not going to be making use of it. It's just for us not to be confused. Now I'm just going to measure horizontally like this on the chest line to get my shoulder divided by 2. From the chest line I'm just going to go up with 2 inches. From the bust point, guys, sorry, I went up with 2 inches to get my chest line. Now from there I'm just going to get my shoulder slope. Okay, now after that, the next thing I'm just going to go ahead to do is to input my nipple to nipple divide by 2. I have my, as from the bust point I'm just going to mark 4 inches. From the under bust down to the blouse length I'm going to mark 3.5 inches. What I did there was I just deducted half an inch from my nipple to nipple divide by 2. If yours is 3 inches, from the bust point you mark 3 inches, then coming down to the under bust you reduce it to 2.5. We are about to get the princess that busty. This is just a princess that busty. You can do it shoulder that busty. Okay, now from the shoulder, you can see from the starting point of the shoulder line I came down with 5 inches. Now from the bust area like this, you can see the way I'm placing my ruler. This is very, very important. Pay attention to it. You see the way I'm just placing my ruler. I'm just going to go ahead connecting it from the bust point to the 5 inches I came down on the armhole. I have a tutorial on how to make your princess that busty. If you want, you can scroll down and watch it, but this is still the same thing. Okay, now from the armhole area beneath the 5 inches I came down again with 2 inches. Now after coming down with 2 inches, I'm just going out from that 2 inches I came down. I just went outside to mark that in 2 inches back. Now from the under bust I'm just going to go ahead and mark 2 inches from the under bust. I'm just going to connect it from that under bust down to the blouse length to 2 inches. If you're a type that is busty, you can make use of 2.5 inches. So after marking it from the under bust, I'm just going to go ahead and rule it out like this. So after marking it on the under bust, I'm just going to place my French curve like this to curve it out from the under bust to the bust area like this. You can see that our cup is now having shape. Now I'm still going to use my French curve, placing it like this to get to the 2 inches I came down at the armhole area. So I came down with 2 inches at the armhole area like this. I'm just going to curve it out, connecting it to me to the bust point. You see the way I just curve it out. Now I would have taken it outside to meet to the 2 inches I went outside to, but because I wouldn't want to make a mistake, I'm just going to leave it like this, so I will connect it later on. Now that 2 inches I went outside, you see the way I just placed my French curve to connect my armhole. So that place I just mark out is our new armhole. You can see I'm just connecting that 2 inches like this. Okay, I just wanted it to be straight. That is why I just connected it a little bit like this. While cutting, I will just cut it correctly. Now I will start inputting my bust divide by 4 plus seam allowance. Under bust divide by 4, I'm just going to bring back the dart intake I took there. Remember, I took out 2 inches. I'll put it back, then add my seam allowance. Same things goes to the waist. I'll mark my waist measurement, put back the seam allowance. Now put back that intake. On the blouse length, I'm just going to put my hip divide by 4 plus seam allowance, adding back the dart intake. I'm just going to go ahead and connect all the lines like this. So you can see the way I'm just connecting it. You can see it here. So the reason why I folded this paper into two is for us to understand this type of style very well. If not, I would not have folded the paper into two. Okay. Now guys, to get that curvy neck shape, from the center point of the neckline, I came down with 5.5 inches. Now on our first armhole area, I just came down with 3.5 inches. Our first armhole, you can see it. I measured down starting from the starting point of the paper. I did not deduct any half inch. I just measured down 3.5 inches and mark. On the center line, I came down with 5.5 inches. On the our first armhole, I came down with 3.5 inches. Okay. Now I wanted to make it 4 inches, but I said let me just leave it at that 3.5 inches to see how the shape is going to be. If it is not okay for me, I will just correct it, but everything came out so beautiful. Now from that 3.5 inches I came down on the armhole, I'm just going to, you see the way I just placed this head of my curve rule. You see that the curve rule, the head area is very like curvy, slanty curve. That is how I just place it. So if you're placing your own, make sure that you place it very well. If not, it's going to be giving you another look. Okay, after that I just curve it out. I would have opened the paper into two and duplicate whatever I have on this side to the other side, but I just went ahead and got the curve rule very well. So this particular place I'm shading is going to be the place I'm just going to be cutting out. You can see that our yoke is out. Okay, now the next thing to do is to just cut out that excess paper I have on the down part. For us to achieve that scallop design on the down part, what I did there is from the down part of this paper, I measured upward 4 inches. From the down part, I measured 4 inches and mark. I'm using a blue marker for you to understand what I'm doing. Now after that, I'm just going to use my curve rule, placing it on that 4 inches I went up on the dart leg. You can see that it is just on the dart leg. Okay, it was just on the dart leg. I'll place it, making sure that that curve rule is meeting to the center line of the front like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and curve it out. You can do this with your free hand. Okay, so after that, I wanted the other side to be equal. I just folded the one leg of the dart to lap to the other leg of the dart and mark it. Just dot it out so that after joining this curve area, the side part curve length is going to be equal, because if I didn't do it like this, after cutting it out, a little inches is going to be shorting on this side part. So now after that, what I did was to place my curve rule like so, the way I did on the other side, and connect it to meet to the side part like this. This is very, very simple. You can see that it's very, very simple. So if you like, you can go up with 3 inches starting from the down part to get your curve, but what I did here was I went up with 4 inches. So I'm not going to be making use of this. I'm just showing you an illustration on how to achieve this beautiful princess that or over bust princess that under bust corset. I don't even know the name to give to this. So if you measure out after lapping that out, if you measure this side, I have 4 inches, then this other side I have 4.3 inches. You see that they have three inches different. That is why it is important for you to lap the dart while curving, making such thing. Okay, now after that, the next thing for me to do is to cut it out. So if you love what we do here, guys, please don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to give us love. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up so that every other person will learn from this video, this tutorial. Okay. So guys, I don't know how the back looks like, but all I know is that the back is definitely going to be either same princess dart or your normal dart, uh, your normal dart what pattern. Okay, your straight darts, your princess darts. So go ahead and do the back the way you wanted it to be. If you want to add your boning, you go ahead and add your lesson at the back. I have a tutorial here on how to draft the back of a princess dart, but all I know is that you can either do the back just simple back and add your boning to it. So you can see what we came out with, looking very, very beautiful. I'm just going to go ahead and gum it up and show you what we have here. So this is what we have. You can see I've glued it up, and this is the inside, looking very, very beautiful. Before you do this, make sure you have transfer it on your fabric and cut out. So like what I said before, go ahead and do your back the way you love it, but the back is not going to be having the scallop shape at the damper. Thanks for watching, guys, and bye for now.